I'm gonna teach you all definitively what each coffee looks like. Shout out to this guy. Oh, good suggestion. Start with the basics. Here's my cup. Here's my coffee. The top of my coffee. In this example, a front down looking from the top has a penis on it. Right? That's the latte art because you can do whatever the you want with your latte art. Anyways, basics, right? So, the most basic coffee that old people always get is a flat white. Now that has pretty much no foam. By the way, this is all liquid. This is foam. It's pretty much all of it's liquid with no foam. Yeah, so this is a flat white. And I feel like probably the best way that you can know if it's a real flat white, in my opinion, is by pushing a spoon through it. You can see how much foam is on top of that. There's not much foam on top of here at all. Look, honestly, that's pretty much all the foam in the drink right there on top of my spoon. There's enough to add texture, but not so much that it gets caught in your mull as you're drinking. This leads us to the next one. Latte. Probably the most basic type of coffee. Almost everyone's heard of a latte. That's the standard in most parts of the world, to be honest. So that much there is foam at the top. That's the liquid. So it has a decent amount of foam. You're getting a mouthful of it as you sip. You're not drowning in foam. This is also the style of coffee that everyone flexes with when they're like, look at my latte art. And then they pour some Greek god making love to a demon. This one here is the latte. This is the one the baristas show off. And again, you've got a decent amount of foam, especially once it's settled. We pull this foam back. There's a hell of a lot more than the last one. All right, the next one, cappuccino. Now, it's a cappuccino, not a cappuccino. There's a big difference. A cappuccino is somebody blurring words after having a seizure. A cappuccino is a drink with a whole lot of froth on top. Just like that. Lots of froth. Now, another thing to note is there's a few different ways around the world that cappuccinos are made. In Australia here, we put chocolate powder on top of our cappuccinos because we're special. In America, for an example, their cappuccinos will just have white foam over the top, and their distinction is that a teaspoon can be placed on top without sinking through. I don't know why it's all different. It's kind of all still a cappuccino, it's just different. I think I actually made this one a little bit too flat, to be fair. Yeah, this one's too flat, according to the teaspoon test. In saying that, I also wouldn't serve anything frothier than this, because that's like half froth, and that sounds like a horrible cup of coffee. And now the difference between America and Australia is chocolate powder. Obviously, we don't have their crazy amount of froth, but we have chocolate powder, because we like our sugar more than they do, I suppose. Said no one ever. But to be honest with you, the best part about a cappuccino from Australia, right, you get to eat the chocolate off the top. Like, it tastes kind of mid, but like it's the idea that's cool. All right, so those were, like, in my opinion, the most basic forms of coffee that you can order. However, we're not going to stop there because we're going into some more advanced territory now, right? You guys are going to love this. So an espresso is simply just extracted shot of coffee. Think of vodka shot. Instead of vodka putting you to sleep, this will wake you up, hopefully. Unless you're autistic, then it will just make you horny, I think. I don't know, I'm not autistic. This is an espresso. So it's just simply the raw coffee extracted with hot water out of the machine. Basic stuff. This is strong. It hurts to drink for some people. You get used to it. But now, if we want to go to something a little bit more interesting, I want to talk about the macchiato. Honestly, my favorite drink. So, to make a macchiato, right? Again, this is personal opinion at this point because there's a lot of people that disagree with me. Maybe I'm just crazy. This is what a macchiato is in my mind. So it's a dollop of foam on top to sort of balance out the crema on top of it. There's big words. Hit the Google search if you need to. That much milk. That's it. That's a macchiato. You have a dollop of foam on top, a little bit of stained espresso underneath. Now, iced latte, we have our ice drink. You simply have milk, pour the espresso shot in, filling it up to like there, and then you add a straw. That's an iced latte, right? So the difference between an iced latte and an iced coffee, this is a fun one. It's one that a lot of people may not know. The difference is what we're doing is we're adding in some ice cream as well. Put a scoop of ice cream in that bad boy. So that's the main difference between an iced latte and an iced coffee. Main thing is, if anybody asks for a long flat white in front of you, slog them before the barista does. They're probably about to, because what the hell is a long flat white? Subscribe for more dating advice.